Hi there, this is David, and I have a lot of news to go over today. I can't believe how much JRPG news was announced today. I just made a news announcement yesterday, and now there's like so much more to talk about. So let's go ahead and get started. There is a new SaGa game that is now in development that will be announced in 2022. It says that it's a package title, and what that means is that will be a physical release. Thank God. I am so sick of all these digital-only releases. That new SaGa game that came out, it was SaGa Scarlet Grace Ambitions. That was the remake of the Vita title that they did. That was a really good SaGa game, but it never came out physically. It was just digital. So I'm really glad that SaGa is getting back to the basics and starting to create some physical content. So, as we all know, SaGa has kind of been on a roll lately. They did the collection of SaGa, Final Fantasy Legend, which is the collection of the 3 Game Boy games that was released. And then they remastered SaGa Frontier as well. So we don't know if this is going to be like SaGa Frontier 2 remastered. We don't know if this is going to be a new SaGa game. We don't know. They also did, they remastered all of the Romancing SaGa games that were originally on the SNES, so SaGa is just rolling ahead. This is pretty exciting for our SaGa fans. Also on Gamatsu, we have another announcement. Legend of Heroes Kuro no Kiseki 2 Crimson Sin has been announced for the PS5 as well as the PS4. This is going to launch in fall of 2022 in Japan. We're now like 5 games behind in the Legend of Heroes series. The localization team needs to step it up here. So in September of this year, during Falcom's 40th anniversary, they did Legend of Heroes Kuro no Kiseki, the first one for the PS4. This is going to be the latest entry in the series. It's going to be released for the PS4 and PS5, and it stars the protagonists of the first game in Calvard. This is the sequel to the Calvard arc. So, yeah, I am looking forward to these Legend of Heroes games. I just wish that we weren't so far behind in the series. I always feel like we're playing catch-up, and especially whenever this series, each game builds upon the last, if you know what I mean, and you really have to kind of keep in mind what happened in the previous game as well as the previous games. They'll bring up something in the latest game that happened back in Trails in the Sky or something. It's kind of crazy how they're all so connected. So I do wish that they were just a little bit quicker in their localizations, because every time I play these games, I'm kind of like, wait, what happened? I'm years and years and years behind, and I just can't keep up. So I really hope that NIS America gets their act together and gets these games out. I do know that they are a behemoth. There's a lot of text in them. I get it, but I just wish that they'd just be a little bit quicker. Next announcement, like I said. So I came to y'all just a couple of days ago, 3 or 4 days ago, and I made my review of Moon. Remix RPG adventure for the Nintendo Switch, and I talked all about that game and how cool it was and how I really liked it and how I wished that it came out on the original PlayStation like it did in Japan. This was a system seller for me for the Switch, but now, looky here, it's coming out on Steam today, as well as there's going to be a PS4 version as well. So yeah, if you guys want to play this, it is now available for purchase on Steam, and it's 10% off. So yeah, really, really exciting. If you guys don't have a Switch and you watched my review and you thought, hey, this looks like a pretty cool game, and you wanted to check it out yourself, hey, everybody has a PC, play it on Steam. There you go. It's a pretty nice game. I enjoyed it. It's a very laid-back slice of life type of game, though. Don't go in expecting, some grandiose turn-based JRPG adventure, because that's not what you're going to find. You're going to find something much more relaxing here, but it is a lot of fun. Next up, next week's weekly Famitsu magazine is going to have a 28 page feature on the Final Fantasy Pixel Remastered games, which I've been playing through over on the Twitch, and right now I'm actually playing through Final Fantasy VI T Edition, which is a hack for Final Fantasy VI, which is really freaking cool. You learn magic through relics and everything. There's no stat level ups for Esper, so you don't have to worry about that stuff anymore. The World of Ruin has been completely redesigned. New story, Game Boy Advance stuff is added in. There's a lot of stuff going on in that hack, and it's really cool. But as you can see, the Final Fantasy VI characters are included on this cover of Famitsu. So they're all right here. Realm is looking cute. I can't even stand it. Look at Celeste in her little opera dress. Oh, so adorable. General Leo, the little ghosts, Vixen Wedge or Biggs and Wedge, or whatever the hell their names are. They're all here. So we're wondering, maybe, are we going to get a Final Fantasy VI announcement on when that will be released, the Pixel Remaster? We don't know. There's been no news on that. One thing to keep in mind as far as these Pixel Remasters are concerned is that they have been releasing roughly 2 months in between. So the last one that was released was Final Fantasy V, and that was in November. So if history is anything to go by, that means that Final Fantasy VI Pixel Remaster will probably be released in January. That would be 2 months between. So yeah, pretty exciting news there. I cannot wait to see the scans of next week's Famitsu magazine. Next thing on my list of things to do, Sea of Stars. I've talked about Sea of Stars many times. It's actually one of the games that I'm really looking forward to coming out next year. It is kind of a love child of Chrono Trigger, of these great SNES JRPGs. So we have a release date. It's been announced for holiday 2022, so that means, next winter, a year away. But it's going to be coming out for the PC as well as the Nintendo Switch. So that's pretty cool. It also has up to 2 players. It just really looks to be a fantastic game. So, man, I feel like I spoke too soon whenever I made that list of the games that I'm most looking forward to, because now there's so many more games that have been announced. I can't believe how many more games are being announced and how quickly they're being announced. It's like we're living through like the PS2 times again, with just how many games are coming out on so many different systems by so many different companies. This is very exciting. Lots of stuff to look at and peruse. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and have a good day.